Hi, I am Michael, a technical marketing engineer for Intersight, and in this video I will be talking about the storage support in Intersight. Intersight supports 3 vendors today: Hitachi, Pure and NetApp. The support for each vendor can be slightly different depending on the current development status of each vendor, but in general most features will apply to all vendors. The first thing we can look at is in the infrastructure service, there is a storage tab where we can drill down into individual storage devices. Here we can see a health status of the entire cluster, and we can drill down further into the device to get more detailed information. And from there, we can also drill down into an inventory view where we can see things like volumes, LANs, or in this case also storage VMs. There are also further checks that show us if certain features are enabled or disabled. Now, if we want to get a more integrated view, we can go to an integrated system which combines server, fabric interconnect, network, storage and virtualization into a single view, and it combines all the alerts from the entire stack. We also have the full inventory view of the entire stack, so we can see all the components in here. And we're also getting automatic compatibility checks, which are based both on the compatibility of the storage vendor and the compatibility of Cisco. Another feature is the workload optimizer, where we can get an optimization level view of our entire stack. So here we're, for example, drilling down on a specific storage controller, and we can see all the components that are attached to it. And we can drill down into details for each component. So for example, here we see storage controller details. Now, Intersight uses those details to give us recommendations on how to improve our environment. We can, for example, drill down on the host view and look at actions that we should take. These can include storage actions as well, for example, if a storage is overloaded. Now, for the final use case, here you can see a list of hosts we currently have on this Pure storage. Now we're going to actually add a new host using automation in Intersight. We are going to use the built-in workflow called new storage host, which will allow us to automatically create a new storage host on the system. Now this is a relatively small workflow, but it could be part of a much larger workflow. Now here we're just going to provide a storage device, a host group, and a host. And as you can see, we can pick most of that information from a graphical UI. We don't have to enter strings for like the host group or storage device. It is a very graphical way to automate things. Now, once we execute this workflow, it will actually create the storage host and add it to the storage host group that we defined. Like I said before, this is a very simple process, but you could add this, for example, to a full host installation. Now, as you can see here in the inventory, our new host is reflected and our automation worked. If we actually want to undo what we just did, we can go back to orchestration and we can actually undo everything we did in our workflow. So we're going to go to our storage host workflow, we're going to go into the history, and we're going to roll back what we just did. This will undo the action, so it will remove the host from the host group and it will remove the host from the storage.